wondering, like, this was also interesting political times for Montreal and
Yeah.
Quebec at that time. So
In 1995,
yeah,
I told my students, maybe I shouldn't say that, but I told my students at the time, we should keep Canada. We should vote no. And one of my students stood up and said, why don't you come and help us? We're voting no, and we have an organization. So they took me back. I said, yeah, fine. And I was assigned the riding of René Lévesque.
oh, okay.
And I had to go to the different doors, knock at the door, and say, je suis du comité du non, et je viens vous demander de voter non. Some doors were slammed at me, but I did it, and I worked for it. And I even was then part of the counting of the votes
Okay.
in the riding, and 60% voted for remaining in Canada at the time.
Okay.
And the chairman of the board at the time,
Board of?
the Board of Governors,
Oh, okay.
Concordia Board of Governors, the gentleman was the president of Berks at the time. He was, and he, in front of the board, because I was a member of the board, I was elected for 24 years also
Okay.
as member of, and I'm still a member of the board, emeritus.
Okay.
But he stood and said, Professor Habib did a great service for the country. He went from door to door asking us to remain in Canada, which I believe in. I think it would be a terrible mistake to separate. It would make no sense. Like the founding institutions, Loyola and Sir George, the French and the English are the founding members of that nation, and we cannot separate them. They established a great nation in 1867, and I think it should remain. And I deplore it when people who emigrate to Canada and want to separate from it. If the country accepts you in the country, and you vote for a separatist party, come on.